Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Black Ensemble Theater's 12th annual summer series, with all plays written by the Black Playwrights Initiative. This series is produced by Jackie Taylor, the founder and executive director of the Black Ensemble Theater. My name is Daryl Brooks, the producing managing director of the Black Ensemble Theater. I'm also your host this week, and I also had the pleasure of co-directing the readings with the very talented Michelle Renee Bester. We must give a very heartfelt thank you to the National Endowment of the Arts for making this festival possible. Now, after the readings, please stick around because we'll be going live with the writer and some of the cast to get some of your feedback. That is very important. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Black Ensemble Theater's BPI proudly presents Spendor, written by Jill Marie Ross.
I heard you on the phone with Gail. Are you going to make a couple cakes for Chance's big party?
First off, stop listening to my conversations. Tomorrow, Gail's having a planning party for the brunch, and there's no need for me to attend. I told her I'd just send over a couple cakes over on the day of the party.
Send them over? Are you not planning on attending?
Luke, you know I don't get out much since your father passed.
Dad almost passed 2 years ago. Gail and Chance will expect you to be there.
I don't have any party clothes. I have so many gray roots. It'll cost me a fortune to get it all colored, and I need it cut.
I bought you a new outfit for Christmas. I bet you haven't even worn it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. But I don't have no shoes to match.
No excuses. I don't want to hear it. And as far as as far as hair is concerned, wear a wig.
No, you didn't just tell me to put on a wig.
No excuses, Ma.
How will I get there?
Ride with a friend.
Then I'm stuck there until they're ready to leave.
Stuck? They're your friends. How would you be stuck?
You know what I mean.
Say what you mean. The heck, get an Uber.
Yes, Professor. Look, it's different. Me and your dad, Clarence, Gail, Hank Curley, and Rick and Val, we all got married around the same time. They're all still together. I'm the widow of the bunch, and it feels different when I'm around them.
It's all in your head. They miss Dad just like you do. They mourned his passing with you, and they haven't stopped inviting you. You just stopped responding. Ma, have you considered a support group?
Support group for what?
Grief.
No, silly, I'm fine. I just miss your father, that's all. But I'm not in grief. I still work, I talk with my friends on the phone, I'm fine.
You function, you don't live. You're not living, you're existing. You ought to be going out, living, loving.
Loving? What are you talking about? My current life is good enough for me.
Maybe you should try dating or something. I just worry about you being lonely. I collected anecdotal data proving that people who live alone are more likely to suffer from depression or dementia.
If anything, you're proving that a little information can be harmful. Let's be clear. I'm not lonely, and I have no desire to date. I was married to the love of my life. I used to hear the ladies I worked with. Do you remember Marjorie?
Yeah.
After her husband passed, she decided to try one of them dating apps. Boasted about having a young guy, being a tiger woman.
A cougar?
A fool. Before it was over, She let this guy move in. He stole her money, her deceased husband's jewelry, and suits. And all she had to show for it was an STD. 60
Oh,
with an
oh,
STD.
oh, TMI. That sounds nasty.
that's that's all I'm trying to tell you. Only thing worse than a young fool is an old fool. If that's what the current dating situation has to offer, I'd rather be alone.
I just worry about you, Ma.
Oh, okay. I'll go to the brunch, but forget about dating.
You should.
Boy, if you don't keep your fingers out this icing.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm going to Sunday Best.
You know it shows in the app.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm still getting used to Ubers. I'm thinking in taxi.
How's the food there at Sunday's Best?
It'll be my first time eating there, but I've heard good things about it. I'm banking on the food being good. I'm starving.
Meeting friends?
Yes, old friends. We used to get together once a month for brunch. For years, it was a new restaurant every month.
Why'd you stop meeting?
We didn't, I did. My husband passed a couple of years ago, and I just kind of checked out. I'm trying to do better, though.
Say no more. Lost my wife 3 years ago. The big C.
I'm sorry for your loss. May I ask you a question?
Sure, anything.
Did you attend grief support to help you get through it?
No, but it's how I started driving Uber.
I don't get it.
I couldn't sleep at night. Uber gave me something to do, an opportunity to talk to people. I'm sleeping better nowadays, but I still get lonely. I work another job, too.
Hold on. You mean you driving me and you haven't been to sleep? You can pull over right now and I'll walk the rest of the way.
I slept last night. You're my first fare of the day. I'm better now. How many kids do you have?
Just one. My son's finishing up a master's degree in Irvine.
Nice. Mamie and I never had children. Got plenty of nieces and nephews, though. Well, we're here, ma'am.
It's Audrey Styles, but I don't think this is the right location. This place is boarded up. You know they had a fire last year and moved.
Let me look at the GPS. You're right. The new location is just 2 blocks up. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
In any event, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Enjoy the food and don't forget to drink too much.
That's a strange thing to say.
I figured that's why you're not driving, because you're going to toss a few back.
That's funny. I don't drink and I also don't drive. Never learned.
You're kidding.
I took the class in high school, but never took the test.
Wow. Then how'd you get around?
My husband Will drove me everywhere. He and I worked together and rode together. Now I'm in a carpool and pay a little extra since I cannot reciprocate in driving.
Sounds like you spend a lot of money.
Not too bad.
I like driving. When I get ready to go, I'm ready to go.
I feel you.
So what happened to your husband's car?
Luke, my son, he drives.
Now that's something. My grandmother never learned to drive, but gosh, that was years ago. You're a rare find, Miss Styles.
You too, Mr. Henry?
My name is Henry, but you can call me Hank.
Oh, I'm so happy you came.
Girl, me too. It's been too long. This is a breathtaking view of the harbor.
You have no idea what it took for me to get this table. Yes, indeed, it's been too long. 2 years too long.
It's been hard since Will passed.
No need to explain. His passing was hard on all of us. How could it not? It was so unexpected.
But it's a new day, and I told Luke I would Try and get out more, do better.
How is Luke?
He's good. He'll complete his master's in Afro American pathology.
Is that the same as African American history?
Who knows? I asked the same question. His answer was Afro American studies delves into the Black American experience as it relates to anthropology, economics, English, ethnicity, race and migration, film study, history of art, music, political science, psychology, sociology, theater studies, and foreign language. Woo!
Ooh, too damn much.
Too much, girl, too much.
Mmm, damn. This food was good or what?
Girl, was it? Girl, all I want to do now is get home, get out this bra, and take me a nap. I'm so glad I came.
Me too. So, are you dating?
Dating? I haven't even thought about it. But I have to tell you, I had a rather pleasant conversation with an Uber driver.
Uber driver.
Yeah, he's a widower too. Girl, it's time for me to get out of here.
Girl, I was the first one to arrive and the last one to leave. This is too much for me. I promise you it won't be another year, another 2 years before we get together again. There's a party next month and I put you down for 2 cakes. I expect you to deliver them in person.
Promise.
Do you need a ride home?
Thanks for the offer, bud. It looks like my Uber is outside.
All right then, girl. I'll see you. Bye.
Bye, girl. South Lofnir, please.
Same place I picked you up?
Hey, you. This isn't the same car.
You're observant. I went home for lunch and switched rides. On Sunday evening, I get a lot of airport pickups and drop-offs, so I use my utility vehicle.
That's smart.
Was brunch finger-licking good?
Baby, that was some of the best food I've had in a long time. $75 per person good.
75.
And worth every dime.
Well, for that kind of money, it better be.
Especially since Gail footed the bill. The kind of food that makes you want to slap your mama.
I don't know about your mama, but there's no smacking Maddie Berman and she not smack you back.
I know that's right. You know what I mean, though.
Oh, I'm just jiving you. Tell me, what do you do for fun?
Bake. I'm like a dry drunk with the bacon. I make it, but I don't eat it. I take it to work for the goodie table, and I watch lots of TV, too.
Did you check out the ESPN Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance?
Did I? Ooh, it was the best.
Brought back a lot of memories.
You took a night off to watch, didn't you?
Nope. I watched it on my phone while I was driving.
Lord have mercy. Sleep deprived and watching TV behind the wheel. Let me out of here.
Your soul is safe with me.
My soul? Hey, that's airline talk.
It is. How'd you know?
Because I work in the industry. I'm an HR manager for Midwest Air.
Well, I served in the Air Force for 20 years before I started working in the aviation business.
So you've traveled a lot, too.
Oh, yeah. I've been to all 7 continents.
I can't say that, but I have been to all 50 states.
And I have not done that. You see the irony in this, right?
What do you mean?
Oh, you've flown all across the country, but you don't drive locally.
It sounds okay to me.
I think it's time.
For what?
For you to learn how to drive.
Oh, hell, honey. It's safer in the sky. Have you seen these fools driving? No way, Jose.
What if I offered to teach you?
Teach me? To drive?
Yeah, why not?
It's rather late in the game for me.
I think it's the perfect time for you. When I decided to drive Uber, I knew I needed to start something new to get myself out of a rut. And I think you're in that place. If you're going to go, go hard. Dive in.
I don't know.
Tell you what, here's my card with my cell phone number. I'll write down my landline.
Mm. Landline.
Guilty. I'm old school.
Me too.
I don't start driving Uber until close to noon on Saturday, so we can go anytime before that. Just think about it, and don't be so quick to say no.
Okay, I'll let you know maybe by sometime later in the week. Perhaps I'll let you know.
Everything okay?
Luke, you startled me. Hank, this is my son Luke.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hey, Ma, everything okay?
Hank offered to teach me.
Ma,
Hank offered to teach me how to drive.
you told him no, right?
No, I didn't tell him no. I may want to learn. I'm gonna think about it. Hank, I'll get back to you by the end of the week.
Sounds good. Nice meeting you.
What was that all about?
What was what all about?
Remember when I was 16, Lola Vance and I were sitting in the car just talking? You came outside in your robe, tapped the glass, and told her that no respectable woman sits and talks to men.
Yes, and I meant it. But that's not what that was. Ironically, he was the same driver who picked me up this morning, and we were just talking.
That was no coincidence. Nothing ironic. He's casing you out.
You sound crazy. He's not that kind of guy. Hank is a widower like me.
Hank. You and this dude are on first name basis?
I'm not doing this with you, Luke. I leave the house for the first time in 2 years, outside of work, and you want to pick a fight with me over a conversation with the Uber driver?
I'm just worried about you. I really am.
This is it, Mamie. I'm having the big one. I'll be the guy screaming, "Brakes don't fail me now."
Very funny. I think I did pretty good.
Oh, I'm just joking. Not bad for the first time behind the wheel.
It wasn't my first time.
Okay, not bad for the first time in 30 years behind the wheel.
Touché.
You didn't do bad. Just keep in mind you don't have to slam on the brakes. A gentle push will do.
I'm so sorry. Is your head okay?
It'll be fine. I'm going to take a few aspirins.
You're a good sport.
And next time, remember not to turn the steering wheel just because you turn your head.
Oh, yeah, right. Let me get you a couple of aspirin and a glass of water. Would you like a sandwich? The least I can do is offer you lunch.
Oh, sure. I'll take you up on it. By the time I finish eating, maybe my hands would have stopped shaking.
I wasn't that bad.
Oh, yes, you were. Do you mind if I turn on the stereo? Smooth jazz soothes my nerves.
Governor J.B. Pritzker has issued a stay-at-home order for the entire state starting at 5 p.m. tonight through at least April 7th, marking Illinois' most aggressive step yet to try and slow the coronavirus's spread.
That sounds serious.
It sure does. I better get inside and make sure I have everything I need.
If you need anything, just let me know.
I sure will.
Hey, Ma.
I was wondering if you would make it here before dark.
Man, what a week. Dean Fang told me that this was the first time UIC ever had to evacuate the campus. It was like a scene out of a movie. The hallways were quiet, the news broke, and then there was a panic in the halls. Within hours, students, parents, and grandparents were just rushing, hauling stuff out. Then it was quiet again.
I can only imagine.
Looks like I'll be finishing out this semester at home. Ma, you okay?
Baby, I'm going to be fine. Remember, your father and I planned on retiring 2 years ago, so financially we had everything planned out. But a lot of my employees have no plan B, no recourse.
Speaking of staying busy, how's Mr. Loverman?
But never mind you that. Go on, put your things away, hon. I don't recognize that car out here. It's a black Mercedes. Hank?
Hey, lady. I ran out to get groceries and brought 2 of everything. Here's your bag. I figured you haven't been driving and your son is away.
Her son is right here.
Look at you. You dress up well.
You like this, huh? Well, thank you. I had an important meeting today with some government officials and wanted to wear my Sunday best.
Government officials? Sounds clandestine.
Come on in.
How's it going, Luke? I'm just making sure your mom's doing okay.
She's fine.
We're fine. You been driving Uber much?
No, I've been busy with my other job. It's worked out well, though. You know, after taking you out on the road, my nerves and blood pressure was so high that I was exhausted. And when I got home, I slept for damn near 2 days straight.
Stop it.
But seriously, although Uber closed down the day after you and I went driving, the timing was perfect because production at the plant spiked up. So I've been working 16-hour days.
So you're sleeping better.
Much better. Listen, I'm gonna go. I just wanted to bring you this and check on you.
Thank you for the groceries.
How convenient.
What's convenient?
Ma, don't be so naive. He was banking on me not being here. He wanted to get all Mr. Touchy McFeely. I bet seeing me really put a damp on his plans.
Your imagination is running away with you.
Government officials, did you hear that? That's code for a parole officer, or worse than that, he was locked up the weeks you didn't see him.
Locked up? Come on, Luke, your behavior is shameful.
This joker has shown up in 3 different cars. I wonder if he's running an illegal car theft ring. He's running game on you. He's trying to take you for your paper.
I'm not listening to this nonsense. I'm going to put these groceries away.
You give a whole new meaning to the phrase hell on wheels.
What? Given the fact that it's been 3 weeks since I was last behind the wheel, I think I did great.
You were driving like OJ in that white Bronco, like you were trying to be in front of all the other cars on the expressway. Talk about drinking and driving.
I didn't drink.
I need one.
Very funny. You staying for dinner?
No, I need to prepare for a big day of production tomorrow. I'm going to get some gas, then head home and take my prescription for my blood pressure.
Looks like you 2 had fun.
Fun isn't quite the adjective I use to describe your mother's driving. More like tailgating across an intersection when traffic lights are out of order.
Sounds risky.
It was. Okay, I'm out of here. We'll do it again, but not soon.
Let's order pizza.
You're not off the hook that fast, Ma. I don't trust this guy. I'm watching him.
I used cash at the grocery store and just realized I don't have my wallet on me with my credit cards. Audrey, would you loan me a couple of dollars? I just need to put enough gas in my car to make it home.
I don't believe this.
Me either. Police could have easily mistaken us for drunk and distracted with your mother's fancy footwork and steering, and I'd have some explaining to do with no license.
That's not what I meant.
No worries. It's the least I can do since I used your car.
Thank you. I'll make it up to you.
Not if I can help it. You see what's happening here? This week, $5. Next week, 500.
Not again.
Mommy, he's running game. Next, you'll be signing the house over to him. He's shown up in 5 different cars. Then you don't hear from him for a couple weeks. He shows up with food. Now he's asking for money. I guarantee you this will not end well.
Is this what you did while we were out? Conjure up these wild ideas?
No, I'm not going crazy here. Wait until I see him again. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind.
Let's change the subject, please. What did you do while I was out?
I've been trying to come up with a topic for my master's thesis. I have to submit it by next week. Oh, and WVON announced a job opening at a plant starting at $20 an hour.
Did you call about it?
No. Was waiting to ask what you thought.
If you're going to be studying from home and only have to work within those perimeters, you can probably do both without conflict. Go for it.
Then I'll give them a call.
Hey, sweetie, how'd it go?
Well, it went well. I got the job.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hank, what are you doing here? Did you both get the job?
Oh, Hank is my boss.
Hank? I recall you telling me you work at a parts manufacturing plant. I never made the connection.
Let me explain, Audrey. I haven't been 100% honest about things.
I don't understand.
Well, I told you I worked in a parts plant. Well, I'm the founder and CEO of the Berman Tool Group.
Are you Henry Berman?
I'm Henry Berman.
Midwest Air has a purchasing agreement with you. Were you afraid there would be a conflict of interest? Did you think you couldn't be honest with me?
Partially. Lots of women hear the Berman Group and see dollar signs.
Wait a minute. If your company's on the Fortune 500 list, why are you driving an Uber?
I haven't been able to sleep since Mamie passed away. I was depressed, alone, lonely. The silence in my house was stiffening. My VP called himself helping me and fixed me up with a blind date through an app, and it was a disaster. As badly as I wanted company, I soon realized I didn't just want any company. You have no idea how many women are trying to take me for my paper. Then I met you. What a breath of fresh air. You have a good spirit, easy to talk to. You can't drive, but you surely can cook.
I almost know how to drive.
When Luke showed up for the interview, it surprised me. Your last names are different.
Yeah, my husband was Will Carter. I never took his last name, called myself being effeminate.
Mamie never took the name Berman either.
So you get it.
Oh, I get it. During COVID-19, the airlines, trains, and public trans people took a hit and ceased operation by 80% collectively, as you know. I saw how cities and large populations of black residents weren't getting enough protective gear, so I called my engineers. We worked well into the night and were able to redesign our moldings, retrofit our 3D printer, and converted our factory to make plastic face shields. I called the White House. Pence and the COVID team flew down and visited our plant and re-signed a big contract with the government, and I didn't have to furlough my employees.
That explains why you've been so busy.
Our first batch of 100,000 masks is being delivered to Veterans Hospital next Friday. I was invited to join Mayor Lightfoot for the press conference when we deliver them. Luke, I'd love you to join us.
Shoot, I'm all in. You know, the ladies are digging these essential workers.
Audrey, you'll appreciate this. The first batch of 1 million PPE is going to black and brown impacted cities, and the other 9 million are for the stockpile in the capital, which is why I've been so busy.
That's an excellent problem to have, Hank.
And it's why I'm hiring over 200 people. I would gladly consider hiring some of those folks that were laid off at Midwest. And since your hours have been cut, I can hire you to manage this contract. You can even work from home if you like.
It's a lot to digest. Give me a few days, and I'll have an answer for you regarding me working there. But I'll definitely recommend some employees.
That's it.
Now what, Luke?
I'm going to do my thesis paper on the impact of COVID-19 on black and brown communities.
Now that makes sense.
Thank you for the opportunity, Hank.
No problem, man. Happy to have you on board. I
You go first.
Ladies first.
I get where you were coming from and why you did what you did.
You occupy my mind. I was sitting there with Vice President Pence, some other talking heads, and 4 Secret Services. And all I wanted to do was get the hell out of there and come see you. The groceries were the only excuse I can come up with.
I needed those groceries. And everything in that bag from sushi to chunky monkey ice cream I eat. Thank you.
The day before we met, I had prayed to God to send me someone, and when I woke up, your ride fare was there. And I really hope that you accept the position to work from home.
Why from home?
Because I wrote the policy forbidding employees to date.